It's a crazy ride show. Hold up, you know that we bustin', yeah. It's a crazy ride show. Hold up, you know that we bustin', yeah. Yeah, you know that we bustin', yeah. We the topic discussion, yeah. It's a crazy ride show. Man, you know that we bustin', yeah. It's a crazy ride show. Hold up, you know that we bustin', yeah. It's a crazy ride show. Hold up, you know that we bustin', yeah. Yeah, you know that we bustin', yeah. We the topic discussion, yeah. It's a crazy ride show. Man, you know that we bustin', yeah. It's a crazy ride show. Hold up, you know that we bustin', yeah. It's a crazy ride show. Hold up, you know that we bustin', yeah. Yeah, you know that we bustin', yeah. We the topic discussion, yeah. It's a crazy ride show. Hold up, you know that we bustin'.
What's up? It's DJ Torre. I'm downtown Oakland on the rooftop of Skylabs. We have the 2021 Endeavor Special, and I got my girl Jane.
It's a crazy ride show. Man, you know that we bustin', yeah. It's a crazy ride show. Hold up, you know that we bustin', yeah. It's a crazy ride show. Hold up, you know that we bustin', yeah. Yeah, you know that we bustin', yeah. We the topic discussion, yeah. It's a crazy ride show. Man, you know that we bustin', yeah. It's a crazy ride show. Hold up, you know that we bustin', yeah. It's a crazy ride show. Hold up, you know that we bustin', yeah. Yeah, you know that we bustin', yeah. We the topic discussion, yeah. It's a crazy ride show. Man, you know that we bustin', yeah. It's a crazy ride show. Hold up, you know that we bustin', yeah. It's a crazy ride show. Hold up, you know that we bustin', yeah. Yeah, you know that we bustin', yeah. We the topic discussion, yeah. It's a crazy ride show. Hold up, you know that we bustin'. It's a crazy ride show. Man, you know that we bustin', yeah. It's a crazy ride show. Hold up, you know that we bustin', yeah. It's a crazy ride show. Hold up, you know that we bustin', yeah. Yeah, you know that we bustin', yeah. We the topic discussion, yeah.
Let me know. Yo, what's good, y'all? We live. It is a Wednesday. Of course, it is Boilo's Crazy. This is the Crazy Riot Show. We live, Lake County Unfiltered. I got a special guest in the building, ladies and gentlemen. And when I say special guest, I say that all the time, but I really, truly mean it. This man is truly a legend. A lot of people put that in front of their name, and it really don't match. But for this guy, it definitely matches. Y'all make some noise for the legendary X is in the building. The X is in the building right now. I'm gonna throw it up too.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying? We live in the building. What's up, man? How you feeling, man?
I'm super good, man. I can't complain about nothing.
Yes, sir. It's kind of cold out there today, man. That's a little
chilly. That shit.
That ain't it?
Hey, but you know, we used to it by now.
We used to it.
Yeah.
Man, you have a historic career. And when people are from this region, we don't necessarily get the credit a lot. A lot of people don't give us our flowers. And for somebody who's been through so many generations of entertainment, partying, DJing, promoting, you kind of seen it all. You've seen every phase, especially in this region. You've seen it all. But talk to me a little bit about the beginning. To me, I'm going to say you're a world-renowned DJ. You have the skills of anybody else in the world. You can go anywhere and play. But where did that story kind of start for the X? Where did that start?
I was born 1970, North Chicago. I started a poor kid. When I mean poor, I mean like a family that would send me to school with patches on my pants and wearing hand-me-downs of my brother's clothes. And I got 3 brothers and a sister. I'm the baby of the family.
Yeah.
Basically, I had to hustle. Otherwise, stay in them patches and them hand-me-down clothes. I started off in sports. That was where I made my first name. They was calling me Quick Carl. I wanted to be a basketball player in the beginning, but I was better at track. I ran track. I played basketball, played baseball, and I probably did it about 7 years apiece. I think track I might have did 9 years. I got a lot of trophies from all of that. But one thing I learned is when you're in a team sport, you could be off the chain with what you're doing, but if somebody else is on your team fucking up, you lose.
Yeah.
I don't like losing. I'm a bad sport. And I used to get into a lot of fights. I remember a game I had with one of my teammates, and he was one of my best friends. And he fucked up the game, and I ended up we fought in the lunch in the locker room afterwards.
Wow. Yeah.
And I was like, it was a couple times where I had fights on the court and stuff like that. So I was like, man, I got bad temper. This ain't for me. I better find something
Especially if
else.
you keep losing. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right. So my first hustle ended up being collecting cans. That's how I ended up getting my first bike as a kid. I remember my dad was retired, but he still had a hustle where he was a janitor on the low, and he wasn't supposed to be doing the janitor thing. He had a friend that owned a janitor company, and I think he was probably collecting whatever, and then wasn't supposed to be working, but worked anyway, right?
Right.
And he used to take me to work with him. So I'm 5, 6 years old, 7 years old, and while my friends are out playing, I'm working with him, dumping garbage and vacuuming floors and stuff. So, but when it came time to get certain stuff for my birthday or whatever, bikes or whatever, it was always in pieces and used. It was never, I never had a bike that had all the parts. It was missing a wheel or a seat or whatever. So my first hustle, like I said, ended up being collecting cans. That's how I got my first $100 bike that had all the pieces that was brand new. And then after that, I got into dancing. Hip hop came out. I was there when hip hop started. My first name was Disco Kid or something like that. As a kid, I remember like in 4th or 5th grade having an outfit on Disco Kid, and I still got the shirt.
What year was that?
Ooh, I don't know. Whatever year you are when you're in 4th or 5th grade.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm terrible with the years and all that. But that was my first intro to hip hop, and I was watching groups in town like Orbit and Robotron, Pink and Black Panthers, Street Beat. We had back then. Hip hop was everywhere when it first kicked off here. It was big, and
those was groups you just named.
Yeah, those
from
were
the
Lake
town.
County groups.
Wow.
They were.
Robotron.
Those are the people that I looked up to. That was superstars to us. Like back then, we didn't have celebrities coming to the town. They were the celebrities to me.
Wow.
I mean, you talking about Timmy Chancellor, L.A. Tin Man, Freezo-Matic, Derek Taylor, Snake. Soda Pop, like we had Aubrey O'Brien. Oh man,
Aubrey had that.
Man, he was in Robotron.
R.I.P. Aubrey.
And Aubrey was like the player of the group. He was like the one that came out and did the smooth moves that the girls like, and he used to do this move called the fluky. And every time he did that move, and I don't care how many times he did it or how many shows or which way he did it, the whole building would go crazy.
Wow.
Now, mind you, I'm a little kid.
So where was y'all at, though? Like, where was the spots at back then?
Oh, Neil Tanner Show.
Okay.
It was Neil Tanner shows. It was the youth center parties. It was Southside Y. It was the Rec Center in Zion. It was a lot of spots. And that's what I was raised on. I was raised in dancing first. And that's what gave me that music buzz. I mean, music was in my family, period, anyway. Like, I remember having this big-ass speaker in my living room, and it played all day, every day. And then I had a friend lived across the street named Herbert. And he had this fancy system, though. He had this high-tech ass Pioneer system, and we would raise our windows and battle each other.
Wow.
On the block. He's right across the street upstairs, and I raised my window, he raised his window, and we battling each other. Now, mind you, I am single digits doing this. Not realizing.
9.
You know what I'm saying? All this stuff, I'm not realizing. And I'm a 9-year-old buying stuff with collected cans, or that, I'm battling, and this is the beginning of hip hop. I'm not realizing all this. I'm thinking, we just kids. This is something that everybody's doing. So, I think that the dancing helped me with the DJing, because how you gonna make people dance if you don't know what made you dance? So I used what I learned from dancing in DJing, and basically I just treated people like I wanted to be treated DJ-wise. So if you on the floor, what would make me dance? And that's what I'm playing for my people, and that's how I'm performing. And I use the one thing that I saw out of those dance groups was the work ethic. And back then, everybody was secretive about everything they do.
Yeah.
So if they had a talent show coming up, they didn't let nobody see the moves. But because all of them was my friends, and I had a bigger cousin named Sean Collins who was friends with, because mind you, all of them was older than me.
Okay.
And because I had I don't know, it was something special about me where they allowed me to come see their routines and stuff. And then, like I said, I had an older popular cousin, and they all knew him. And now, mind you, dancing back then was serious to the point where the dance groups was fighting.
Fighting, yeah.
They would fight over a battle.
Yeah.
And like I said, they wasn't letting, and biting was a big deal. So they wouldn't let you see their routine, and if you bit it, they'll beat you up over over biting their moves and shit like that.
Yeah.
So it was serious back then. So I felt special that the fact that they were letting me, they'd be like, "Nah, y'all can't come in here and see our routine, but Fresh Air, you can come," and they'll let me come in there. Well, back then, that was before my name was Fresh, actually. But so anyway, going to these talent shows, watching their work ethic where they practiced every day. Watching them pick out their uniforms and the presentation of it and how they would measure who won by how many crowd responses they got and all that stuff I use today.
Yeah.
Eventually, I ended up doing my first party. And before I did that first party, I'm dancing at these parties and shows, and there was a DJ named DJ Tootsie.
Okay.
It was DJing the Youth Center party at the time. He was the first person I ever seen DJ the Youth Center party. And I was there to dance and battle, but I'm still peeping out this DJ like, man, this nigga rocking this party, and I'm loving the sound system and how loud. I was really into loud sound system, and then he had these little speakers, but they were beating like, man, how's them little speakers rocking this big old party? And I remember going to a Neil Junior High party, and there was a guy named Lamont Wallace. And he had these beautiful white speakers that was big and taller than me. I'm like,
see him.
So I'm loving all this, right? And I'm peeping it, and eventually, I did my first party. I used that speaker that was in my mama's living room. It was her system. It was a speaker that we called Betsy. It was one big old oak wood speaker, and people still come up to me today and say, "Man, you still got Betsy?"
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But it was one old oak speaker. It was like a concert speaker, but it was huge, and it was heavy. And I used her Panasonic receiver. I borrowed my cousin's cassette deck. I had 3 cassettes.
Yeah.
My dad had bought me a turntable, but it was broke, like all the stuff I got.
Wow.
Didn't work. And he gave it to me, said, "Hey, man, I got you something, man. You owe me $40. And it never worked, ever. Okay? Didn't ask him for it, none of that. He just dropped it on me and dropped the bill on me.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how things went in my house like that. So that's how I started. I did the very first party on Seymour in North Chicago, Halloween 1982. And I remember being there with Brent Griffin. Brent Griffin, he's like a cousin to me. I've known him my entire life, and we call each other cuz. But he's the one that let me borrow his cassette deck. And I used 3 cassettes to do that whole party where the crowd was waiting on me to rewind, change cassettes, all that. That's how I started, right?
Wow.
And that day, me, him, Brent Griffin, and a brother named Lee Terry, we like, man, we're going to start a DJ crew, and we're going to call it the Cold Crush Crew. Mind you, I'm 12.
Wow.
Okay, when we did this first party. 1982, Halloween.
Sheesh.
I'm 12 years old.
That's crazy.
And my friend's name was Paul and Jason Tiggs. It was their house.
Okay.
We did this party, and we started this crew called the Cold Crush Crew. And we all started buying our own system.
Okay.
But I was the only one that was consistent and continued with actually doing parties. Like, they got the system. They played with it at home, but they never did go do no parties with it.
Yeah.
And I've been like that my whole life, where if I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna follow through with it. Unless something happens where God is like, no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But besides that, if I say I'm gonna do something, my follow through has always been on another level. I've always been a big dreamer. I've always been a person that stood on his word and did the best I could to follow through with what I say I'm gonna do. And back then, a lot of people would be like, you're not gonna get that. You're not gonna do that. You're not.
Yeah.
And I would always prove them wrong, even if it took me 5 or 10 years.
Wow. You had a couple of different names in the beginning, right? You had your first name was different than obviously what it is now.
I had a lot of names, bro.
Okay,
I say, when I was in sports, it was Quick Carl. When I was dancing, I remember me and Dennis Harris had a group, and it was Lollipop and Popsicle. And I think I was Lollipop. And then I was with my friend George. George Booker was the person that I got into the fight with at the basketball game in the locker room, and he was like my best friend. And that was actually Freeze-O-Matic's little brother. And we was in a group called Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, and I think I was Dr. Jekyll. And then it went to, when I started DJing, my first DJ name, I think, was CJ the DJ.
Wow.
And then, back then, the word fresh, like they had a lot of records called Fresh is the Word, Gotta Be Fresh, or whatever it is, and fresh, the word fresh was in style. So eventually, they started calling me DJ Fresh. And then I started DJing for rap groups. And matter of fact, Freeze-O-Matic started rapping too, because that was another thing. A lot of people has always been a lot of different things. He was a rapper and he was a dancer, and he was in a group also called Fresh City later on. Okay. And I ended up being his DJ, and back then I was the DJ for everybody.
Let me pause you, because quick history check for those that are watching, and for me. Who was the first rappers in Lake County?
Well, I don't know if they was the first, but it was a lot of them.
It was a whole bunch.
It's a lot of them.
Okay.
I don't know who was the first.
So we ain't got to go there then.
We can go there because I want to show them they love.
Okay.
I remember, I can run off a lot of the names. It was Fresh City.
Okay.
The Mob from the Duplex. Michael Phillips. This was before the gang.
Gotcha.
Before the Mob was a gang. I don't know if you know about that.
Yeah.
You remember the Mob? That was a gang. Well, before the Mob being a gang, it was the Mob, the MOB that was called MC Council. That's where that mob came from. The MC Council was from the Duplex, and it was Michael Phillips, and they had a singer, and I was their DJ too. And I used to basically DJ for everybody. I remember being in a talent show one time where I performed 7 times in one talent show. Where I was a dancer in one group, DJ for 2-3 groups. I rapped with 2-3 groups, and then I performed by myself. And I believe I got a trophy. I got second place, I believe, that show, and that was on the South Side Y. I remember the Mob being like Run DMC to us. Okay. Like you would. Basically,
and who was in the Mob? Who was in the Mob?
The Mob was Michael Phillips, rest in peace. Okay. And I think it might have been his brother. I'm not sure, but they look a lot alike. Okay. And I don't want to mess the names up, but I know that they had a singer too. Then it might have been Trap Sinatra's dad. I think he was one of the singers. Okay. But I don't want to mess up nobody's name and disrespect.
You got people watching, they checking in, they know what you're talking about.
That's what's up.
Lisa Casey says the M-Mob. Robert Vaughn says, my gent brother, what's up, brother?
What up, Rob? My gent, happy birthday, Rob.
Yes, sir. Happy birthday.
My gent,
it is his birthday. Happy birthday to Robert
Hell
Vaughn.
Yeah, I love you, bro. Happy birthday, man. Much love and respect. That's a legend right there. Because I don't know people know Rob Vaughn can sing.
Nah.
That nigga's a sports legend. He's one of the fastest Warhawks.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Shit. That nigga was fast. He's one of our legendary track stars. Wow. He is a legendary barber. The nigga used to sing. And that's the thing I love about Lake County and why I be so pissed about people talking shit about Lake County. Niggas is spoiled. Do you understand that we live in an area where damn near everybody you know got 3-4 different hustles? Yeah. And you could be in a room with 10 different legends. And that's the reason why I be throwing them parties and I be shouting them out. And inviting them and saying, yo, I'm inviting all the legends. Let's get all the legends together. I'm on the slide trying to give my folks they love.
Because ain't nobody else gonna do it.
And then a lot of people done forgot or don't remember. So I'm trying to remind you every year. Yeah. Did you know your daddy was a legend? Did you know that this such and such is a... That's what I'm doing.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think we get enough credit, and a lot of people be forgot, or say that some of them might not even be doing good now. Yeah. But I treat those same, they're a legend forever to me. I don't give a fuck. Whether you're a crackhead, I don't give a fuck. Yes, I remember who you is. I know who you is. Wow. I know your impact and what a lot of them what they motivated me to be here now.
Yeah.
So I still show them that love. So when I'm throwing those parties and I'm sending those invites out and I'm posting their pictures, it's not to crack jokes on the old pictures or how they look. No, I'm showing love and I'm trying to remind people, nigga, these are legends.
Wow.
In case you forgot,
Wow.
your uncle, your brother, your cousin, if you don't remember, if you wasn't born then, nigga, this is who you kin to. This
because I'm a history guy. I love history. And y'all watching this video, I need y'all to share this video. But I want you to comment a legend from me. If you could comment a legend that you remember back in the game, used to dance, DJ, rap, whatever they used to do, I want you to drop a legend's name for me. Somebody say Captain Too Fresh.
In the building. What up,
Damian
though?
Bradford says, what's good? X,
What
much
up,
love
famo?
to you. Yeah, Roger Williams says Captain Too Fresh is in the building.
In the building.
You still promote with the same methods of back in like a street team promoter. You still have that remnants of a promoter. But I remember we did an interview before, and you was telling me about this place. You go, I'm gonna miss the name. The name you used to DJ. You used to DJ at a place. It was your spot. You used to DJ at a place, and you kind of developed that skill of. When did you turn into a promoter from a DJ?
Well, I started DJing in 82. 86, I started rapping. I wrote and produced my first song. I threw my first party. I started promoting in 86.
Okay.
What else I did? Something else happened in 86. But I definitely started promoting in 86. I threw my first party at the youth center. Like, I had already been DJing at the youth center.
Yeah.
But I think it was $400, and I threw my first party, and I probably made about $1,600.
Wow.
Which was a lot for a 16-year-old.
That's a lot today.
No, that was a lot. That was really
decent,
a lot.
That's decent today.
right. But just think, I paid for the building, the sounds, the lights, and security for $400.
Yeah, that's decent.
And made $1,600 as a 16-year-old.
That's decent.
So yeah, and I remember I made my first song. I called "I Want Y'all to Live." Was my first song I wrote in '86. And let me finish that one question though.
Yeah.
As far as the rappers, I remember the Mob. I remember Fresh City. I remember Doc Rock, Icy Rock. They rapped and was a dance group. That was one of Zion's finest. DBC was one of Zion's finest.
Dead Body Click.
Dead Body Click.
I remember that. Well, I don't remember that. I remember
Criminal Law.
Okay.
And Walk Keegan. Walk Side and Walk Keegan.
I remember Walk Side. It's Drachman, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And then for No Go, it was Fresh City, and it was Ratwell and them. Ratwell and Puma, they had a group.
It's this guy everybody brings up from North Chicago, and I'm going to mess his name up right now, but I know you know who it is. And it'll come to me at some point, but everybody always mentions his name when they bring up rap in North Chicago, but I can't think of his name.
It's not Ratwell?
No,
it's not Gilbert Cunningham?
No, it's another name.
Because he's one of the OGs.
Okay, Big Gilbert.
Big Gilbert, that's him. That's right.
That name, yes.
Gilbert Cunningham.
But it was somebody
Gilbert.
else. It was an Ace, not Ace.
That's
you gonna get it. You gonna bring me the name.
I know who you talking about.
Yeah.
I know exactly who you talking about.
Yeah.
He's definitely an OG.
Yeah,
and he almost made it. Like
that's what they said.
Yeah, he had a whole bunch of deals.
Yeah,
and I'm not sure what happened with the deals, but
yeah.
He was one of our biggest.
Quarter the Great,
too.
Quarter Key always brings. his name
Quarter
up
definitely.
Yeah,
Sure. Quarter is a legend.
No, real talk.
Quarter is a no-go legend. Definitely him. But it's so many of us. There ain't no way we can.
That's what
get all the names.
Yeah,
I'll be trying my damnness.
It's interesting because now the market of artists is up and down on people putting in work, grinding, whatever it is. I want to know the history, and that's why I think this interview is so important for me.
Right.
And everybody here is just able to watch me learn from you because we did this interview before, and something crazy happened. I ain't gonna put you on blast. But now doing it again, obviously I'm gonna learn something new that maybe we didn't say the first time.
Right.
But you said 86, you threw your first party.
Yeah.
At 16 years old, you made $1,400.
No, I was 16.
You were 16.
$1,600, yep. Off of $400,
Off of $400, man.
Yeah.
And then take me from there. What happens after that? Keep going.
I actually had to go before that because so much stuff happened before that.
Okay.
Because like I say, 82, I started, but by 84, I had won my first battle. So that really kicked it off.
Got you.
And then when I started DJing for Fresh City, Derek Taylor, which was Freeze-O-Matic at the time, he was like, man, we got to get you a gimmick, because back in the day, you had UTFO, they DJ was dressed like a ninja. Houdini DJ, they called him the green-eyed genie or whatever. And he was like, man, we ought to call you the captain or something, and you wear a captain hat. That's where Captain Too Fresh came from. Because I was already DJ Fresh. Derek Taylor was the one who came up with the captain concept, although I never got the captain hat for some reason. But I started battling people.
Yeah.
And back then, battling was serious.
Yeah.
Whether it was dancing, DJing, or rapping, if you claimed to be the best, everybody knew who the best was. And you had to beat them in order to claim that.
Wow.
And if you didn't earn it, they get on your ass, bro.
Yeah.
Right? And then if you bit anything and cheated and copied somebody's shit, they was on your ass. Like, people would beat your
And
ass.
you had to show up. Ain't no social media.
No, ain't no, because nowadays it's a popularity contest. It's girls think he cute, or whoever got the most parties, they ain't got shit to do with it. Nigga. We had to go head to head in front of everybody. And I battled anybody.
Yeah.
Everywhere. I'm talking about from Chicago to Milwaukee.
Wow.
Anybody said it was a battle, I was there. I wasn't scared of nobody. I battled. Sometimes I would be in a battle with 15 DJs and beat all. I'm undefeated still to this day.
Yeah.
And I believe I got about 40 bodies.
Wow.
I believe I battled about 40 DJs. And many nights I had to battle 15, 10 DJs at a time.
Wow. Wow.
And I got all the trophies to prove it. And
Y'all
most of the
dropping them
people was
comments
there.
right now. Dropping them comments. I want to know if you was there, because some people saying they was there.
Yeah.
They saying they was there. Tell me where you was at when you saw the X get it cracking back
Yeah,
then
we
and
battled.
get them W's.
We used to battle at the U Center. We battled at the VFW on 22nd Street. It's the Dollar Store now, I think. I think it's the Dollar Store now, but it used to be VFW.
Yeah.
And I remember battling people there. I used to battle people at the Bradley Center in Kenosha. I battled people. I remember we had a team battle in Aurora one time where a DJ set his equipment on fire.
Wow.
Trying to beat me. I remember that's where the X came from.
Okay.
Because, like I say, Derek added the Captain Too Fresh. But then when I started battling people and I was undefeated, they started calling me the Executioner. So I remember having a shirt saying Captain Too Fresh, the Executioner. But before I figured it out, I was in Schaumburg and I was at a team battle. It was the only team battle I was ever in, because my friend Jay Bird signed me up for a battle in Schaumburg. And I'm like, man, my equipment is broke at this time and you didn't give me enough time to practice. Yeah. And I'm like, bro, why you sign me up without telling me? And he was like, man, I'm tired of you whooping my ass. So in order for me to win, I got to get on the team with you. I'm like, okay. So I did it. I did the battle, and I believe that battle, I practiced so hard I got sick. Because normally, back then, I would practice 3-4 months before a battle every day, 15, 20 hours a day. And I believe that what made me excel above everybody else, because most DJs practice an hour or two before the party, and that would be it.
Right.
Because they was in it for the girls, the popularity, the money. Where me, I fiend to do this shit.
Yeah.
And I'm going back to the dancing of that crowd roar and you know what I'm saying, and the excitement of it. I love this shit. So I would practice till I was sick.
And you was dragging crates in these parties.
15 crates every party, and they heavy.
Wow.
They heavy, definitely.
Wow.
And that was another thing. I outworked everybody, because the average crate other DJs would bring with 4 crates, and they would repeat records.
Yeah.
My rule back then, I got too many records.
How long were you DJing back then? Is it the same as it now?
It's about the same, but the only difference is the party started soon
when
as the doors open. The line would be outside when the doors open. When I DJ'd at the youth center, and let's just say, mind you, we 16, so party's 7 o'clock to 12 at night, something like that. When they open the door, the party's on. It's already packed as soon as you open the door, because it's a line already outside. It ain't like now where you open the door and you waiting on people to get there at 12 o'clock, 11:30, 12 o'clock, and they like, who the first person go in? Like, it wasn't none of that shit.
Let me ask you this. So it's this big thing going around now about black culture and partying. Because for my generation, partying means it's kind of a mixture because I'm 36 now. So we remember our style of party when we was kids, kind of still basement party a little bit. But obviously the younger kids, their partying is totally different.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Where the bottle wars, people popping bottles. This is a party now where there's not really dancing going on. It's pretty much standing on the wall telling you, fuck you, nigga, I'm popping more bottles than you, and shorty twerking a little bit.
Right.
What was the biggest contrast? You talk about then and now. What is the biggest difference?
Man.
Because you've seen it all.
Man, where do I start? Like, what they doing now compared to what we were doing is a whole nother level. To me, we were having fun.
Yeah.
We didn't have a camera where we were worried about who's going to record us. We wasn't worried about sweating out our outfit. We didn't give a fuck about that.
Yeah.
And then the ladies' standards of who they gonna dance with wasn't high like it is now.
Yeah.
Now you gotta come in and looking like a baller. You gotta be popular. Gotta have some money just to get a fucking dance. Where back then, women knew this is just fun.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna dance with whoever asked me. I mean, of course, I'm pretty sure there's some people that just, maybe they stomp or whatever the fuck. When like, hell no, I ain't dancing with you. But the majority of guys didn't get it. Wasn't you wasn't getting turned down like you will get turned down now.
Yeah.
Now I think that women's standards are so fucking high that they so picky about who they want to dance with and why they ending up dancing with their girls. And right now, today, the place will be packed and they talking about it's lit, but nobody's dancing.
Wow.
It's 5 people in the corner.
You know, you did this at a party. I think it was like 2 years ago at the youth center. No, at the youth center, at the Falls Park. It was packed. And I saw a circle start forming. Like, oh, like what's about to happen?
Right.
And y'all just start popping and breaking.
Right.
I'm like, oh, this is so crazy.
But that's what we were doing.
Wow.
We would have dance battles.
Yeah.
We would have that Soul Train line. We broke it down slow music in the middle and the end of the party. We dancing with the women.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's like the dudes are scared to dance with the women. And then the women are like, don't want to be seen with a nigga unless it's the right nigga.
Right,
You know, like
right,
everybody's
right.
being so picky, and then they under this camera. And then it's like a fashion show now where they worried about their outfit and getting wet and I don't want my hair to fall.
Yeah.
Nigga, the walls were sweating at our parties, literally. Like that was something that people still talk about. The youth center parties, the walls literally were sweating.
Wow.
And when you left our party, everybody was soaking wet. Their shirts, pants, looked like you peed on yourself.
Yeah.
But it was just, we were on the floor, on our hands and knees and popping and breaking and doing moves on the floor. And we didn't give a fuck. We had fun.
Absolutely.
Where now everybody's prissy, don't want to mess up their outfit, don't want to sweat, I don't want to be seen with this person, he ain't good enough for me to dance. And that's some bullshit, bro. This phone shit, this phone generation. Now in the party, most of the parties on the phone.
It's true.
On the fucking phone.
And even
bro.
in concerts, most concerts.
That's what I'm saying. And they don't understand that they killing. They don't even know how to have fun, bro.
Let me read some of these comments. There's a lot of comments. Coffee Bees in the building. Coffee, can you give me a poll? I don't know if you're not doing, but give me a poll. Can you create a poll on there? If you can, let me know. But we got Raphael Turner says, yes, indeed. Dred Sutton says, yes, they were back in the day. Hey, Carlton, DJ X.
What up?
Dred Sultan. Brenda says, we had so much fun. Love you, family. Brenda Jackson.
Love you
She
back.
says she loves you. Robert Vaughn says, so glad to see my brother shining bright. Love you, gent.
Love you back, gent.
Raphael Turner says he would get off the mic and get on the floor and pop like a nigga out too. I think this is Damian Bradford. I think I could be messing that name up.
X-Man.
They not having fun no more.
Nope.
So Robert Vaughn says, I remember helping my dog move them crates too.
Hell yeah.
He had a ton
Thank
of
you for that, bro. Love you to death. And everybody that helped me with them crates, I love y'all for that, man.
Roger Williams says he did me some nasty mixtapes in 83 through 86.
Yeah.
Roger Williams says that.
What up, Raj? Thank you, bro.
Catherine Huff says, yes, the youth center. Raphael, the youth center battles was the best. Eugene Mayfield is in the building. He said,
what up, Gene?
Definitely a legend. Casey Foster says, Eugene Mayfield, hey, that nigga can sing. He's talking about when you mentioned Robert Vaughn singing.
Hell yeah, he can sing his ass off.
Roger Williams says, Neil Junior High School, Tracy Young House Party Talent Show.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Tracy Young parties was legendary too.
Let
me give you an example
Go ahead.
of what back in the day was. Okay, I went from DJing house parties for free. And then once I moved up, the next level was Tracy Young's party.
Okay.
Tracy Young's party to us was the elite of house parties. Like you couldn't just, anybody couldn't DJ. It was always the best DJs.
Where was that party at? Where was it at?
That's on Seymour too, but
Okay.
it's further down the street. It was a block over from the place where I did my very first party.
Gotcha.
I started DJing at Tracy Young party after Grady Fitz. And I got to go show love to Grady Fitz. Rest in peace, Grady Fitz. Let me go back to that because before I DJ'd a party at all, Grady Fitz was the first person I ever seen mix and scratch in person. The other DJs I was talking about, Lamont Wallace and Tootsie, I seen them rock parties, but at the time they were just playing music. I remember coming home from Novak King, so I had to be like probably 11 years old. And I was with my nigga Co-Rock, rest in peace Co-Rock, DJ Co-Rock, Cofield family, much love. I was with DJ Co-Rock and I was on my way home from school. And Co-Rock was like, hey man, Grady Fitz has got his equipment in my basement, bro. He about to practice today, you ought to come through. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm coming, right? And back then, you didn't do that as no kid. You
Right.
didn't go nowhere else. You go straight home from school.
Right.
That's your ass, right?
Right.
Fuck that, I went. So I went, and I'm in there watching Grady Fitz, and I'm getting to see what they're doing up close. Now, mind you, when Tootsie and them was DJing, they in the dark, they up on stages. You know, at Neil Junior High, Lamont Wallace was up on the stage, or Tootsie was in the back of the room in the dark, and it's dark, and you can't really see what's going on.
Yeah.
This is the first time I'm getting to see it up close in person.
Wow.
And like I say, Lamont Wallace, Tootsie, and Grady Fitz are my biggest motivations or why I'm a DJ today. And I love them, and I got to send shouts out to them as being my big brothers and helping me become who I am today.
Yeah.
Grady Fitz was practicing. He was like, man, you want me to come show you this? I'm a stubborn person. I don't like people to teach me shit. I'm like, no, I'm good. I just want to watch. I'm cool. So I was just watching him do this shit. And like I said, I eventually got saved up my money and got my own equipment and eventually started battling. So by the time I get to 86, I'm 16 years old. This is what my schedule was like. I'm going to school. I'm a Warhawk, North Chicago. You already know.
All day long. Y'all know what it is.
Warhawks
Drop
all
what
day
year
long.
you graduated right now. Whatever year you graduated, drop right now. Yeah.
So I'm going to high school. I'm in a work program, so I could leave school at 12 o'clock and go to work. So I'm working at the public work building as a stock boy. So I get out of school, I go to work from 12 to 5. I get out of work. Monday and Tuesday, I'm making mixtapes, and I'm selling them out the window of my basement. And I'm selling them for $10 a pop. If you want a custom cassette, you had to be there. You had to be in the room while I'm making it. So there's a line of people on my bed.
Wow.
In my room, waiting to get their cassette done. And anybody else, they knocking on my window, and I'm handing the cassettes out the window to the point where eventually the police come to my house thinking I'm selling drugs. But it was cassettes.
Wow.
At the time, I'm making $2,000 a week at 16 years old selling cassettes. People are taking my cassettes because the cassettes that are getting custom made, they 20. The ones I'm selling out the window, that's just the same one, and I'm selling to everybody.
Yeah.
It's $10. And people are going to school with these cassettes, and in the bathroom, they battling with the cassettes, making money off of it. So I would see people. And like Big Keithy Wade and them. That's your family, right?
For sure.
Big Keithy Wade and Ice, rest in peace.
Yeah.
The Ice Edmonds, they was making money off these cassettes. And they would see me and be like, hey man, hey Fresh, here's your $20, man. I made a couple hundred off your cassette.
Wow.
And they were big, they were really popular back then.
Yeah.
So these are my big brothers to me. And they were looking out for me. They are the reasons that I'm popular, because they was the ones out there playing it in their cars and arguing about me. Like still today, they'll argue with you about me. Like ain't nobody fucking with Fresh.
I got you. Yeah, I saw one.
You know what I'm saying? They like
yeah.
that about me, and that's why, because we go that far back, and to me, they're part of the reason why I am who I am today, because of those big dogs, those popular people.
Take me through. We're gonna fast forward a bit, but take me through this era where you started DJing. where you got banned, but I want you to take me before you got banned.
Oh, we got. Hold on.
You got to go back a little bit and then bring me up.
Hold on. Let me finish this
Go
part,
ahead, give me
and
some.
then so you'll understand that part.
Go ahead.
Okay, so by '86, like I said, Mondays and Tuesdays, I'm selling mixtapes out the windows, right, in my basement, relentlessly, all day. Mm-hmm. Wednesday, Thursday, I'm at the Rainbow Lounge on Waukegan on the South Side.
Okay.
Mind you, I'm 16. The people that got me in that job lied about my age and got me in there. It was a waitress or a bartender or something. Miss Bailey. Hey, shout out to Miss Bailey. Love you. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
But she told them I was 19 and I was really 16. And they was like, well, as long as you don't drink, you can work here.
Yeah.
So I'm working at the Rainbow Lounge Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Fridays,
At
I'm
16?
At 16. And mind you, and I got a job, and I'm working too. I'm going to school, and I'm working at the Rainbow Lounge Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Fridays, I'm at a club called K-Town in Kenosha. That's why I'm so tight with Kenosha people, because I've been rocking with them that long. They had a 2-floor club in Kenosha.
Wow.
And it's called K-Town, and I used to drive there every Friday night and DJ there. And I had to battle for that spot.
Yeah.
And then one of the battles got me a spot on a college radio station in Kenosha. So Saturday mornings, I had to DJ at that radio station. Saturday nights, I'm at Club K-Town. Back then, after every party was an after set.
Yeah.
On Fridays and Saturdays.
Yeah.
So my Saturday, I'm at the radio station, then I'm at Club K-Town, then I'm DJing a house party after set. Saturday, I'm at the youth center. And I had to DJ, the KBLE was Saturday morning, and K-Town was Friday night. Saturday nights, I'm at the youth center, and then I would DJ after set at the projects, Man Jones Projects. It would always be a party in one of them apartments over there.
Yeah.
Then Sunday, I would DJ on a radio station called WNUR, the dedication station.
Wow.
And then Sunday nights, I'm at Rainbow again. So that was my schedule
crazy.
for a
That's crazy.
16-year-old.
No, that's crazy.
Now, mind you, back then, I'm probably making $350 a party.
Yeah.
And then maybe for a house party it was $250.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah,
But I'm making $2,000 off the cassettes too,
Right.
a week.
Right.
So I'm making more than my parents. But my
yeah.
parents are still saying, you need to get a job. You should get a real job. Like that part-time job you got ain't gonna do it. And they don't understand because I'm
And that speaks to how fresh this thing was. Like this fresh hip hop music and all that stuff was still a new thing to a lot of adults that were living around that time.
Yeah,
that's interesting. That's interesting.
They didn't understand. They didn't understand what I was doing and how much money I was making. I wasn't telling nobody, showing nobody. I wouldn't. I've never been a flashy person.
Yeah.
So I could have $20,000 in my pocket and you not know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't never the one buying the big gold chains, and I've never been like that. So my parents didn't understand what I was doing or who I was.
Wow.
At all. Like I remember buying my first car at 15 and I couldn't drive it. But I had the money to go buy it myself. And my daddy was like, well, I'll give you a ride there to go get it. But that's it. You know what I'm saying? But I had to pay my own car note, my own insurance at 16. And I couldn't drive it until I turned 16. But anyway, speaking on that, the banning thing, I had gotten to a point where now we're talking 2000. And I seen it change. It changed from fun parties, pop locking, to now the crunk music came out.
Yeah.
Be a fuck them other niggas, cause I'm down for my niggas. That type of music came out. So the hip hop had changed. And now I'm getting big to the point where I'm throwing the parties, I'm selling the mixtapes at the parties, I'm selling shirts at the mixtape. I'm selling shirts at the party, I'm selling mixtapes. I'm promoting the party.
Yeah.
I have a staff now. I have security. I have models. So I've gotten to the point where people are coming from Chicago. They're coming from Milwaukee. Now it ain't just a Lake County thing no more. I've gotten big to the point where people are flying in for my events or whatever. So now we're talking Club Twisters in Kenosha.
Twisters.
Which to me was one of the livest, one of the longest runs, one of the best clubs I'd ever rocked.
Wow.
And I started 1999.
Yeah.
Right after I had broken attendance record in Waukegan at the La Hacienda del Norte. We had did a big 2-floor party, and I knew the bartender at Twisters, and I used to DJ her house parties. Her name was Gucci. Shout out to Gucci.
Shout out to her.
She lived in Kenosha. She was the reason why I worked at Twisters. She the one told the owner, Steve. Shout out to Steve, Twisters.
Yeah.
Man, he was cool. He the white dude, but he
Yeah.
was like my brother.
Yeah.
And the security team, the bartender, and the owner, we was like one big family, and I love that about Twisters. And she the one.
Not to pause you, but who else was throwing parties at that time?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because at that point, Twisters was my main shit because they had locked me down. Like they had me DJing Friday and Saturday nights, and they were giving me the club once a month.
Got you.
So I'm getting paid $550 Friday, $550 Saturday, every weekend.
Wow.
And I'm making probably 10 or 20,000 off one party that month. That they would give me that one party every month. And then so like if I went and DJ'd a wedding, I would leave there, go DJ Twisters, leave Twisters, then go DJ a house party. But now it got to the point, like I say, people are coming in from out of town. So if there were a fight after the club, they blame me. But let me tell you the night it all started. I remember DJing at Twisters, and I'm DJing at Twisters, and I get a phone call from the owner. And Steve lives across the street in an apartment upstairs.
Yeah.
He had cameras on the front of the club. He had cameras in the club and behind it.
Yeah.
So he calls me, and I'm DJing at the time, and the party's going crazy. Everything going great. It's packed. And mind you, the capacity was 700.
Dang.
Back then. Most people didn't know that. The entrance looked small, but if you go in there, it's long.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the capacity was 700, and it was to capacity.
And that was in Kenosha?
Yeah, in Kenosha, and it was at capacity at 11:30. If you didn't get there by 11:30, you wasn't getting in.
Yeah.
But one night he calls me, and he says, man, what's going on in there? You see any problems in there? I'm like, nah, bro, everything's love. I know you see it on the cameras, right? He's like, yeah, that's what I'm mind-boggled about. I don't see nothing nowhere. I don't see nobody outside. No, nothing's going on wrong in the club, but I just seen on the news that it's a riot at my club. And they just said on the news that black people are flipping over police cars and throwing rocks at the police, and it's a big riot, and people are fighting.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't see nothing nowhere. And I'm like, hey, my bro, I don't see nothing. Everything's love here. I don't know what you're talking about. So eventually, that news report shut Twisters down.
Wow.
And everybody heard about the news report, and it scared everybody away. And another club had just opened, like in Lake Geneva, I think it was, and people started going there. So it killed his business.
Wow.
And mind you, Twisters was packed every Friday and Saturday night, every weekend. This is before the internet. So, you know what I'm saying? So he ended up suing the police, and he went to court. Now, mind you, I've been DJing clubs all these years, and anytime the police got on the club's ass, most of the time black owners, that motherfucker was closed immediately.
Smoked, for sure.
But I noticed if they were Greek, if they were Korean, if they were white, they didn't close.
Yeah.
And this white dude had the balls to go against the police.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Shit, I respect that. And I love Twisters, and we like family, so I'm rocking with you.
Let's go.
So I'm going to court with him and everything, and I'm sitting in there listening to the police talk about me. Like, yeah, they got this DJ that comes from Illinois, and he brings all the bad people, and da-da-da-da, and he's a gangster, and all this, that, and the other.
Wow.
So mind you, I'm in there in a suit. I don't have my hat on. No, they don't even know I'm in there.
Yeah.
So they pulled up the footage of the club. And the lawyers was like, oh, well, y'all could have doctored the footage and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
And they was, and Steve's lawyer was like, yeah, we figured y'all would say that. So we pulled up the footage from your police cars. Played the footage, same thing, nothing going on. So it was just a big-ass motherfucking lie.
Wow.
And it taught me how this shit worked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The same way with like what's going on with Diddy.
Yeah.
And what's going on with all this other shit. If a big ass company mad at your ass or a big entity,
Yeah.
how easy. Just think if that's just a Kenosha police.
Yeah.
Just imagine what some rich ass billionaire liquor company can do to you.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? So I know not to believe everything I hear.
So nothing never happened that night at all.
At all. But it completely deadened his business. And he ended up.
Did he win? Did he win?
Yeah, he won.
Wow.
He won. Hell yeah, he won.
Wow.
But instead of him reopening it, he just packed up and moved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he opened a jewelry store at first, and then eventually he moved.
Wow.
But that taught me a lot. But that was the beginning. That was only the beginning.
Gotcha.
Okay, so now the Kenosha police hate me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, through that whole period, they lost the case, and they already hated me.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this until if I hadn't went to court and heard it for myself. I didn't know that that's how they viewed me.
Yeah.
And that they had blamed this shit on me. Like,
Right.
all I'm doing is playing the music,
Right.
okay? So the next thing that happened was I was in North Chicago. So instead of me just throwing my parties at Twisters, now I start throwing my parties everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in North Chicago, and I'm at the Anchor.
Okay. I remember I don't remember the Anchor, but I know what the Anchor is.
Yeah. It was a club on Sheridan Road, North Chicago, right next to Burger King, right? So I threw this party at the Anchor. Everything was love. It was packed. Made my money. The place is cleared. I done paid my security. I'm packing up my equipment to leave. Nobody's in the club. Nobody's in the parking lot, but there's two girls at Burger King that start fighting. Now, mind you, back then I had my own security team, and I would hire the police. So the police was already in the parking lot when the two girls started fighting at Burger King. So I guess they called more backup for these two little slim girls fighting in Burger King.
Yeah.
Mind you, there's nobody outside, nobody in the parking lot, nobody in the club. It's raining that night. So the police come, lose control of their car, hop the curb, hit some innocent people on the curb. Okay? Wow. Next day, the owner called.
I know you bad with years. You know what year that was? Close to.
I don't.
It was in 2000s, though.
Yeah, it was in 2000s.
In the 2000s. Gotcha.
Because I know that I think Twister ended in 2006.
Okay.
So this was not probably a little bit after that,
Gotcha.
somewhere in that area.
Gotcha.
So the next day, the owner calls me and says, the mayor and the chief of police said you can't throw no more parties at the Anchor. So I'm like, okay. So when I get this call, I'm in Atlanta. And I'm finna move to Atlanta. I had just moved all my stuff to Atlanta. And I get this call that the police are trying to ban me from DJing. And my mom gets in a car accident. And I just I just paid $3,000 to get all my stuff moved to Atlanta. I had just found the house I was about to buy in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh man, let me rush back home and holler at the police and cause I knew some of the police.
Yeah.
Right? And then I was DJing police events. Remember the 3-on-3 basketball tournament in MJP?
MJP, yeah.
That was given by the city and the mayor and the police. And I would do those events free.
Gotcha.
Every year for 7 years. I did it free.
Wow.
So I'm thinking I could just go back and holler at them like, hey, what's the problem? Let me,
We got an open relationship.
Yeah, I figured out, I'm DJing for them, so I know who they are, whatever. And I go back and they like, oh, we don't know what you're talking about. But then when I went to try to go DJ somewhere else, they were like, man, the police just left here, man. You can't DJ here no more. I don't know what the problem is. We love you.
Yeah.
So, but then I call the police. They like, no, we don't know what you're talking about. We ain't been there. And then one time, I had a girl that was dating a cop, and she called him on speakerphone. It's like, and she was like, hold on, I'm gonna find out what's going on. Yeah, what's wrong? Why y'all messing with the ex? I don't know why we messing with the ex. They just, ex a good dude, but I don't know what the problem is. But
don't nobody know what's going on.
Don't nobody know what's going on. But like I say, when she called, he spilled the beans, whatever. So, what I thought was gonna be a quick fix ended up being a 10-year war.
Wow.
And my finances dropped because I tried to get a lawyer to try to sue him, and nobody would take my case.
Because they couldn't admit that they was doing that.
Of course not. It was illegal.
It's illegal, yeah.
It's illegal to harass me over some shit I had no control over, and I had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
And then they linked up with, I heard they had a meeting with the Kenosha police.
Yeah.
So now I'm banned from North Chicago, Waukegan, Zion, Kenosha, Racine, all that. And mind you, I never stopped.
Yeah.
Like it was certain places that were scared because that's all they do was they was bullying and intimidating the clubs and telling them
take their license.
if
charger.
Yeah, if you let the ex DJ here, we're gonna take your liquor license.
Right.
So
It's over there.
the Korean clubs, that was owned by the Koreans or owned by the Greeks or owned by white people, they were scared. They were like, hell no, we sorry, bro, we can't.
Wow.
Whatever. But the black clubs like the Oasis and Kens, the Elks, they can't do that. Come on.
We got you.
I'm still DJing for the small events and every once in a while, but I went from 7 parties a week to 1 or 2 parties a month.
Yeah.
So and then the lawyer was like, well, we're gonna have a meeting.
Hold on.
All right.
Just have Tim do it. No, give it to Tim. No, give it to Tim and let him do it. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so they were like, basically like, we're gonna try to decide whether we're gonna take your case or not, but do the math on your money. And I went from probably $90,000 a year to $6,000.
Wow.
This DJ money. So I'm like, okay. Then he called me back and said, man, we're not gonna be able to take your case because if we work with the police, so therefore, if we sue the police, if you don't have unlimited money, basically enough money to retire them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you mean unlimited money? I'm like, I got about $40,000 I was about to put into this house. I could pay you with that. And they're like, no, we talking about unlimited money. I'm like, no, I ain't got that.
Because they just ain't gonna lay down like that.
Yeah, and they was like, because if we sue the police, they're gonna start harassing us. So I was like, wow. So basically what I did, I just did what I could and just didn't stop.
Wow.
And they were harassing me, like following me and shit like that, to the point where I started staying in hotels and moving from hotel to hotel. And they would be sitting out in front of my hotel. And as soon as I pull off, they was pulling me over like they were harassing me and all kind of shit. So it was a long, terrible time for me.
You said 10 years you did this.
10 years. 10 years I went through that. I think 2015 was when I finally got out from underneath that. And then I think that 2015 is, I remember getting the DJ of the Year award again that year. I threw my own tour where I DJ'd for Too Short in Texas. I did Vegas, the Vegas all-white mansion party for 3 days. I did a black party, I think, in Wisconsin. And I think I did my birthday party here. We did an all-white party in Indiana. So I basically gave my own tour, state to state. It was a 5-state tour. I had dropped mixtapes that year, and they all sold out. So that's when it was over. 2015 was when it was over.
Wow.
But it started in like 2006, right after Twisters.
Wow.
2006, 2007. So.
Wow. If y'all remember that time, drop some comments. We got some comments we got to get to. But make sure y'all drop the comments because this is a history, kind of taking you through the history. And I know some of y'all was there with them and experienced it on your side too. So tell me what you was experiencing too at that time that band was happening. But Underworld DJs is something that you created to kind of create a unit of DJs. Talk to me about the beginning of that. And
well, basically what it was okay, I realized that at the time I'm one of the biggest DJs in Lake County. I knew that if they did this to me, that they was gonna start doing that. If I let this happen, that they was gonna start doing this to everybody. Anybody that got to my level. And they did, because eventually they started fucking with gold.
Yeah, I remember that.
Remember? My mentality was, let me get all these DJs together, explain what's going on, become a team so that way we can fight this together. So if we got a problem, we can go down to City Hall as a unit.
Right.
Instead of just little old me, you got 15 or 20 DJs, or we can basically make the city stop.
Yeah.
Far as events.
Yeah.
If you fuck with us.
Yeah.
That was my mentality. And I also realized there was a lot of bad shit that was going on between DJs. So like, say like you throw a party and they don't pay you.
Yeah.
Then they call me next. Don't pay me, and then they call the next, and they would go down the line and do that type of shit to people.
Wow.
Or say like we go DJ at an event and their sound system was fucked up.
Yeah.
If we a unit, we could say, hey man, they don't pay you, ain't none of us coming.
Right.
If they got a fucked up system, don't none of us go to that until they fix that system.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And we sharing information. And the biggest thing
DJ union. Like
right.
Union, yeah.
The biggest thing I was trying to do was if somebody fight at your party, you can't come to my party. So if we got every DJ in town
Sound familiar.
united,
I sound familiar.
right? If you got every DJ united in town, you just can't go to no party at all if you fight anywhere.
Right.
That was what I was trying to do. But what ended up happening was a lot of my own brothers they were in it for the wrong reasons. Some people was just trying to, hey man, let me throw a party with you, and thinking it was more about money and this, that, and I'm like, no, that ain't what we focused on.
Right.
And then another thing was they was like, I started hearing people backstabbing. Like I would have people call me, say, hey man, that dude that's in your crew ain't your brother. I'm like, what are you talking about? And they were like, oh, well, man, you know, I already booked you for such and such. And they called me and said, man, we know you got X booked, but he charging you $500, but we'll do it for $150. Just don't tell him. And in our union, I was also trying to get everybody paid correctly.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, if the Arabs or whoever own these gas stations, if you go get gas, one gas might be $3.36, one gas station might be $3.34, one gas might be $3.50, but ain't none of them $1.
Right.
They on the same page. They might be a little bit different.
Market value. Yeah.
So I'm like, we need to have that to where no DJ should be bringing all this shit, thousands of dollars worth of shit, dealing with all these drunk people on your feet 5, 6 hours, first person there, last person to leave, and you getting paid $100, bro. You break a needle, nigga, that's $200, or blow a speaker is $250.
Yeah.
Or you got to get a new speaker, $2,000.
Right.
So why are you DJing for $150?
Right.
Yeah, and that was going on where it was just people so thirsty to try to be on top of trucks, so thirsty to DJ that we had made a pact, and I asked everybody, y'all cool with that? The lowest is $250. Yeah, we cool, but then that type of shit was going on.
Why do you think that happened?
It's just the crabs in the barrel type shit. Same shit. With everything, the mentality of it, like they can't see the bigger picture, and people so thirsty for money that they don't stand on shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm very good at telling you no, but I'm a veteran. Yeah. And so if you got a rookie that's just thirsty to want that top spot and they just want more parties or want to look like they the bomb. Yeah. If all I got to do is charge $100 and I got more parties than the X, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, cool, do your thing, bro.
Sounds familiar.
That's what I'm saying. So, but like I say.
Let me read some of these comments, man. Miss Monica Compton is in the building.
Hey, Miss Monica. I just honored her at the game.
Nice.
The outfit I had on, she bought me. And she was on my mind at the game. I love you, Miss Monica. I miss you, girl.
We love you, girl. We love you, Miss Monica.
Much love.
Lisa Casey says, yes, speak on it, X facts. Todd Michaels is in the building. He says, my man X.
What up?
Lisa K says 2016, we brought him to the upper deck in Kenosha.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. What up, though?
Absolutely. Ramara's in the building.
Hey, that's my sister. Much love, baby.
She said, ain't nobody fucking with the X,
all
period.
Day, baby. You know how we go. We know how we do it, baby. We go way back.
Raphael Turner says, you win in Rock, Kentucky, though.
Ralph Mouth, yeah, you remember that. Okay.
Tiffany Bishop is in the building. Marquise, DJ Skills says,
DJ
hell yeah,
Skills.
I remember all of this.
What up?
Damian Bradford has been rocking with him since grade school.
X-Man.
Neil Junior High and my classmate from North Chicago High School.
All day.
Class of 88. Shout out to
Whoa,
that.
Hawks.
It's a good year.
Oh, yeah.
DJ Fito was in the building.
Fito, what
right
up, though? All my Underworld brothers checking in.
We work in media. Said someone bring that man a charger. Yes! They was late to bring me. See, my staff is slow. No, I'm just playing. Shout out to Coffee B. She ready. Shout out to my boy Tim. Fito says, shout out to two legends. It's just one up here right now. Shout out to
it's
X,
two to
man.
me, bro. Two to me. You doing your thing, bro.
Misty, shout out to Mystique is in the building. That's Miss Monica's daughter.
What up, girl?
She's checked in. Lisa Casey said it's still happening today. Roger Williams says Cool Breeze and Captain Too Fresh was my boys.
Still is. What up, though?
Sharonda Hill Vine says the X.
In the building. What
Absolutely.
up, though?
Dre Wash, up to Dre Wash.
Big Dre, congratulations to Dre.
Shout out to Dre.
He brought that win home.
Yes, man. We needed
he
that,
did his
man.
thing, man.
I was so tired.
I'm proud of Big Dre.
Losing that game.
That was a brother. We go so far back.
Man.
He used to help me move them crates.
Wow.
Big Dre, yeah.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, I wrote a song, and I'm talking about them in the song, about him and his brother helping me move crates back in the day.
Wow. That's big.
Yeah, I think that I'm working on my album now. I'm trying to finish it. It should have been finished Halloween, but I'm having some issues.
Nice.
I got to find another place to record, but hopefully that album's coming out soon. And then, like I say, that song is called Feel the Love. Yeah. Where I'm talking about Big Dre and his brother helping me move them crates. And a lot of people, it's really talking about a lot of people that help me move them crates. But I know when I was writing the song, Dre popped in my head when I was writing the song, and it's just basically the song is speaking on all the love I got and how I be feeling when I'm in them parties, exactly how I feel when I'm in that party and I'm looking around that room.
Wow.
All the people that's been rocking with me 30 and 40 years, that was there from the beginning, that was there in them basement parties before I did anything big, and how much I appreciate it and how I'm actually feeling in that DJ booth, looking around them and how it make me feel. That's what the song was about.
Wow, that's dope, man. Roxanne Starkey.
What up, though, Roxanne?
She says, always my DJ X.
All love, baby. What up?
DJ Skill says, I shouldn't be saying this, but I had to fake ID just to get in the Twister party.
That's what up.
Willie Lockett is in the building. He says, what's up,
What
X,
up,
my
Willie?
brother?
Well, what up?
Coffee B says she's going to shut the whole show down. You ain't going to do nothing. Mark Wallace says, my boy, the X, love you, Mark Wallace.
Whoa, Hunks. What up, bro?
Absolutely. I'm going to put you on a hot seat. I usually do this with most of my guests, but you know the history, and you know, even now, you know what's going on now. So 2 categories. If you could give me your top 5 favorite DJs from the land, and then give me your top 5 artists from Lake County. You're just favorite. They ain't got to be top 5,
That's
whatever.
hard. That's hard.
I know.
Bro.
That's
too many of them.
I know.
And I definitely don't want to disrespect.
And you could give me
nobody.
10 if you want to.
I'm
Well, just give me your favorite.
terrible at remembering that type of stuff too. Because I rock with everybody,
Yes,
and then
sir.
I love them for different reasons.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, you could just name drop. Because you did that earlier.
Definitely got to shout out. Lance is doing his motherfucking thing right now. Because I've been turning down a lot of parties because I changed what I've been doing lately. I stopped doing weddings and I stopped doing kid events.
Okay.
And Lance has really been stepping his game up. He still practices a lot. And I got to give him props. He's doing his thing. Lance is really doing his thing from Zion. DJ Cool Breeze, of course, that's my ace boom. We started around the same time. And I believe Lance started around the same time I did too.
Okay.
Of course, DJ Gold, of course, DJ G. DJ Prophet has improved and he's going state to state doing his thing. It's so many. Oh, DJ Gizmo. That nigga is one of the most versatile. DJ Skills has done his thing. Cliff is everywhere. Like, it's too many.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
I could go on forever.
A whole
with
bunch
that,
of
bro.
y'all out there.
And then, as far as rappers who I think don't get enough credit, I think it's like Quarter Key, of course. Trophy Boy, he definitely don't get enough credit. He a beast.
Yeah.
Who else? Smokey just dropped some
Smokey
albums.
the Bandit,
lately.
He's always gonna work. He's gonna work.
I've been wanting to know what's going on with trap. Because trap is a beast.
They looking for
I
trap.
remember I used to play trap shit all the time in Evanston or wherever I was at, and he walked through the door, I'm rocking his shit. My son ain't dropped nothing lately. He need to get back to work, but
Absolutely.
he getting money in some on the regular working right now. And, I don't know if he kind of say he don't want to do it no more, but I'm hoping he get back on the mic. My son, SQ, he a beast.
Shout out to SQ.
And he definitely got some quality music out there. And my
Absolutely.
daughter,
Yeah.
Yana Jones, she in Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Okay.
She doing her motherfucking thing.
Okay.
And she can rap her ass off.
Wow.
And she dancing like Chris Brown.
Wow.
And she's making moves. She's doing interviews. She's dropping videos. She's dropping albums. She got clothes.
Wow.
Quintel, he did the same thing. SQ, he had shirts and did real good with the loyalty shirts.
Absolutely.
And of course, he's legendary with his mixtapes too. So
Yeah.
that's a lot of them, man. Please don't be offended if
We love y'all.
I forgot anybody or didn't get to your name.
Yes,
But
sir.
it's so many of them.
You got some awards up here. I want to go to a graphic. We got a graphic in our. You sent this to me. You can put it up, Shauna. That graphic that y'all seeing right now is kind of a evolution of from 1979 all the way up until what's that last year on there?
Is that 20?
22. What is that? 2020.
Might be 2020.
One of them, 2020. That's kind of giving you kind of a real timeline, y'all, on what the X be doing and how he was doing it and when he was doing it. And when you look at that, when you really reflect on what you did, man, starting back with that speaker, battling your friend from across the street, what do you feel when you look at that and you really, really reflect on your career, man? What do you feel?
I think the only thing that comes to my mind is I'm blessed. Because I think about who does anything 42 years? Anything. Not just DJing, just who, to start off as a poor kid with hand-me-downs, patches on my pants, people laughing at me, people talking shit about how I did a terrible job DJing. Like, I remember, the story that comes to my mind is, I remember being at a party and somebody coming up to me mad that I was DJing. Like, damn, if I'd have known you was DJing, I wouldn't have came.
Wow.
Man, you're going to have more than 2 slow songs tonight, da-da-da-da, right?
Yeah.
Like a year later, I think, I seen that same person, and I was walking down an alley on Hervey, and I was on my way home. And at the time, I lived on 14th and Greenfield, and I was walking through the alley behind where Hillary's used to be.
Yeah.
And I seen him in the alley, and he said, man, where you going, bro? I was like, man, I'm finna go to the crib. I got to practice for this battle coming up. That same person said, man, what you got to practice for, man? You know you killing them niggas, da-da-da-da-da-da. And mind you, when he dissed me, I never got mad. He was my friend. I'm not going to say his name, but he's my friend still to this day.
Yeah.
And I'm one of them people that takes negativity and use it as fuel. And that's where it got me, that lift got me. All the ups and downs, the people trying to ban me, remembering the girls talking about my pants and my shoes as a kid. And I use that all as fuel.
Wow.
And at the same time, instead of being mad at them people, I'm grateful for them people, because if they hadn't talked that shit, it wouldn't have fueled me to get to where I am today. And like I say, right now I'm working a regular job. I'm DJing. I'm booked all the time DJing for other people. I'm throwing my own parties all the time. I have my own staff, my own photo team, my own food department, my own security team.
Yeah.
If I need some models, all I got to do is make a phone call, my own sound man, my own light man. So to go from nothing to having my own company lasting 42 years to the point where people still want me to come.
Wow.
At the age of 54.
Yeah.
Man, I'm blessed, bro. Wow. And to be able to do what I love to do, and the best decision in my life was to pick a career that I love. I still have that same theme, that passion, and that I'm doing something that makes people happy. And now I've gotten to the point where I can help people and give back and give people jobs, and I'm supporting other businesses, and I'm donating money to other people on the low, or going to the schools and talking to the kids. So to go from a poor nigga, or even gang banging and going to jail back in the day, and people trying to ban me and all that shit, to still be in business, still doing my thing, and to be on that level and be considered one of the best, man, I'm blessed, and I'm just thankful, and I'm just trying to stay humble, and I'm just trying to keep doing it as long as I can.
Absolutely. But off air, you called yourself an alien, and I guess I'm in the alien category as well, because you've never liquor, never did weed, but been in every opportunity, every environment to do those things. Why not do those things?
Well, I've always had that mentality where I studied the greats. I studied Michael Jackson, I studied Michael Jordan, I studied Mike Tyson, I studied Jay-Z, I studied Tupac, you know what I'm saying? Most of them, their mentality is, man, I got the world against me. I can't be unfocused. I got to be on point at all time. When people call me to book me, I can't be high and drunk.
Yeah.
How many niggas did you lose from being high and drunk? How many people has been in their car? How many of my niggas been in a car where the car got pulled over and searched because you smelled like weed or you smelled like liquor? Now they popping the trunk. Now they finding the keys in the trunk. And, you know, but if you hadn't smelled like liquor, you would have just got a ticket and been on.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I look at that as us as black people. The world is against us, especially black men. They're waiting for us to fuck up. They're waiting for us to trip up and fall. And I know I represent North Chicago, I represent the Midwest, I represent Lake County, I represent sophisticated gents, I represent these streets. I represent Underworld. I represent Simply Raw. I represent black men, period. That's why I wear black all the time. I'm representing my race, my color, and the power of that. And I want to be a person where when you look at me, think of me, you hire me, you proud of me.
Yeah.
I know niggas be in jail like, hey, that's my nigga.
Yeah.
Hey, he repping us.
Yeah.
And I don't want to let them people down. And I don't want to be add on to the long list of people that made us look bad.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times have you seen a black celebrity that you loved?
Yeah.
And now you're like, damn, man, and I love that nigga.
Why
I
they
played
do
his
that?
music. I don't want to be that. And at this point in my career, I've done everything that I could ever want to do. I've traveled. I've performed for celebrities. I've got awards. I'm undefeated in battles. I've been treated like a celebrity. I've rapped, DJ, danced, wrote, produced, had songs on the radio. Now the only thing I'm trying to do now is go out without somebody destroying my reputation. Look at O.J. Simpson. Look at Bill Cosby. Look at Puffy. Well, all these people did all this work, all these years.
Yeah.
Now all that is erased.
Yeah.
And when they pass away, what is everybody's mind going to?
Yeah.
R. Kelly, he's the
Yeah.
Bill Cosby, he's the P. Diddy, that's the only thing they're going to be thinking about. All that work, all them decades and decades of hard work was erased because of this one mistake or a few mistakes or this whatever you was doing.
Wow.
So my thing is I want to pass away and my grandparents and my kids to be like, hey, my daddy was that nigga.
Yeah.
I want them to be proud of me. I don't want them to be shamed that I'm their daddy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's pretty big, man. Damon Bradford says, you are the reason why I started DJing back in 1991.
Love you, bro. Much respect.
And still rolling to this day and now owning my own online radio station. Wow. The X.
love.
He says, thank you, X.
Man, you're very welcome. Much love, bro. Keep doing your thing. I'm proud of you, bro.
That's big. DJ Skill says, I will always and forever have the utmost respect for you, my brother.
Love you back, bro.
He says, before you go out, I have to spin with you.
Hey,
says.
whenever you're ready, bro, you already know.
He said that's a goal of his. For everybody watching, if y'all could do me a favor and share this video for me and drop something in the comments to let X know that you appreciate him. I stand on his shoulders as someone who loves Lake County and love North Chicago.
All day.
I only hope to be able to be as consistent as he's been through what he's been through, and still as strong as you is today, DJing, and still bringing in the heavy equipment. He ain't bringing in the powered speakers. He bringing in the speaker and the amp and running it because he want that big sound. He want still from 19 whatever what year that was. He still doing it the same way.
Yeah, think about it, but that's what got me into it.
That's what
just
got you
walking in the room
and seeing
these big ass speakers and the presentation of it.
Yeah.
And when you look at other people's DJ booth and you look at my DJ booth, nowadays you can go into a club and walk right past a DJ, don't even know that he DJing. He's tucked off in a little bitty corner with a little bitty computer laptop. You don't even know he the DJ.
Yeah.
And most people don't respect that.
Yeah.
Like I'll go into a club and they be like, oh, real DJs in here. And like you could just feel it just walking in the room with this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are like, man, I don't want to carry that heavy stuff, this, that, and the other. But I put the performance and the presentation above that. I'll do that extra work and that extra sweat and carry them extra speakers up them heavy ass, up the steps and all that. If my presentation is going to be on a bigger level.
Yeah.
Well, you're not just finna walk past me and not know I'm DJing.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I want to stand out. Like I walked out of places because they didn't let me be center stage.
Wow.
Like they was trying to tuck me off in a little bitty fucking corner where couldn't nobody see me. I'm like, oh well, if that's why I'm DJing, I'm not DJing here. See you.
Yeah.
Straight up and walk straight out.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, you gonna respect me.
Yeah,
I'm a DJ. I'm finna rock this motherfucker. You finna make money off my name.
Yeah.
You finna treat me like something.
Absolutely.
So, I'm gonna proudly represent that banner, and I'm gonna bring the whole DJ booth, the whole light show, and some speakers you gonna feel in your chest.
Absolutely.
And you know what I'm saying? I don't want you to just hear it. I want you to feel it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm a music addict. It's a difference between a music addict and somebody who loves music or just playing music to be popular or
Yeah.
just playing for money. I love this shit.
Yeah.
I'm a fiend for this shit. Like, even if you don't even show up,
Yeah.
nigga, it could be just me and you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna clown the same way.
Funny story, which connects that. This past Friday, was it Saturday, whatever the game was. So I'm at the game as a younger girl there. She's 20, maybe 25. She says, "Who is the DJ?" And I say, "That's the ex." And I can show you the message when we get off live if it's still in my phone. She says, "He's having a good time."
Oh yeah.
And that's who you are when you DJing. It's this for me too. This for me first. I got to perform, of course, but you exemplify. I love doing my job.
It's heaven
and
for
I'm
me.
gonna have fun.
I'm in a different world, different planet.
Yeah.
When I'm DJing, I get lost in that shit. Just like when I did a show Sunday, I was supposed to stop at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I accidentally went over a half hour. Sometimes it'd be 2-3 hours. I'll go over. I remember one game.
Yeah.
The game was over. The building was empty, and I was still DJing like an hour or two later.
Wow.
But like I said, I fiend for this shit. And for me to be 54 and doing it 42 years as of today,
Yeah.
it's amazing to be addicted to that. But that's the reason why I don't drink and smoke.
Yeah.
Because that's my addiction, and I know how I act just with some good-ass music. How would I act if I got on drugs or drank?
Wow.
Man, I'd be
Wow.
out of control.
That's huge. That's big.
That's too, like, all I need is some music. I'm cool, bro. Give me some Mike's Pizza, some cookies, and some good-ass music. Nigga, I'm good, nigga. Straight up. I don't need nothing. I don't need to get no higher than that. Because
Yes,
I
sir.
already be like this close from pushing this shit on the floor.
Yes.
I ain't lying, bro. Some mixes I do, because, when I DJ, I don't have a playlist.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm doing this freestyle every
Yeah.
time I DJ.
Right.
I don't never know what
And
I'm
some
finna
people,
play.
somebody told me you be practicing. No, you just do it.
No, I'm just doing it. I haven't practiced consistently in years,
Wow.
probably decades. That's why I give Lance props for still practicing.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm in a space where I'm trying to do something else because I feel like people don't appreciate the art form of DJing. Like, I could be up here scratching with my elbows and doing 360s,
yeah.
and somebody be like, "Could you just play my record?"
Yeah.
That'll kill my spirit. That's why I stopped doing kid parties and
Yeah.
weddings.
Yeah.
Because
The playlist constricted.
I have to tone myself down, and the fact that I've been doing this so long, I just want to have fun now.
Yeah, book somebody else.
Yeah, get somebody else, because I don't want to have to follow no lists. I don't want to have to not be able to cuss. Nigga, I've been doing this. I done already paid my dues, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm finna have fun.
Yeah.
So anybody that don't like who I am already and ain't feeling how I do shit already, let me give you
God bless you.
let me give you somebody else number. And then the music has gotten so bad, I noticed that almost made me retire. The music is so bad. But like I say, people don't respect the art forms. They don't respect the rapping. They don't respect the writing. They don't respect the blend, the art of blending this shit.
Yeah.
The scratches and the tricks and all that. That's why I don't do the tricks as much as I used to, because people don't appreciate it. Back in the day, if I did some new shit nobody ever seen, nigga, the whole building going crazy.
Wow.
Now, if I do it, it might be 2-3 people that be like,
Yeah.
boy, you just snapped, and they whispered in my ear.
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
rest of the building, they don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying?
They on their phone.
Exactly. They on their phone. So they don't understand how much that affects the DJ and their performance. So now I'm more on working on my album and been working on my production skills.
For sure.
And I've been working on this album since 2016.
Wow.
I made 1,670 beats. I wrote 52 songs. We recorded, I think, 30-something of them. But right now, my engineer is just so damn busy that we haven't been able to finish it. We're at the levels and the mixing and mastering stage of it.
Wow.
But I'm hoping that could drop. And I want to get to the point where I'm just throwing my own parties all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I want to start throwing, I want to set a schedule for the whole year to where every year, you know when my all-black party is, you know when my birthday party is, you know when the Thanksgiving Lake County reunion is, you know what I'm saying? And I want to be in a different state every other month, too.
Gotcha.
So that's what I'm working on. I'm working on throwing my own shit and making some real money, rather than getting paid $350
Yeah.
and having to dumb myself down, not cuss and da-da-da, when I could throw this shit myself
Yeah.
and be making G's and having fun and ain't no requests at my
Absolutely.
shit. And you come to my party, nigga, respect the DJ and respect I've been doing this 42 years. I got this. I don't need your help today.
Absolutely,
Okay, you know what I'm saying?
I think that's a good way to end it, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming.
Man, thank you for
I
having
appreciate
me.
you, man, for
and
real, man.
congratulations
Yes,
for
sir.
everything you doing.
Yes,
You've been
sir.
doing it big, man.
Yes,
and do that goddamn music, nigga.
One
Don't
day.
stop with that
One
music.
day, one
boy.
day,
You
man.
playing-
One day. I mean, it's a lot. When you say that, that means a lot. So I
Hey,
appreciate that.
Keep doing your thing, bro. I'm proud of you. No
absolutely.
go representing
All day
this
long.
motherfucker.
Nation,
Warhawks, baby.
All day long. We can't stop. We ain't gonna stop.
You already know.
I appreciate everybody watching in. I want to shout out my sponsor, VIP Fitness. If you need to get your body in shape, hit up VIP Fitness. They're gonna get you together ASAP. They're gonna hit you up, hit them up, and use the keyword crazy talk, and you could get a brand new. They're gonna give you a cold situation to get you right. VIP Fitness, those are our sponsors. Shout out to them. I want to shout out Lake County Media. I want to shout out True Conglomerate Productions. This is the studio we in right now. Without them, this wouldn't be possible. It's the Boilos Crazy out the Coffee Bee, the producer. I got to give her a shout out because she brought me my charger, y'all. She brought me.
Oh, that's what's up. Oh, let me shout out the new events coming up.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
We got Mr. Smith.
Oh, your camera right here. Excellent.
Mr. Smith event coming up is a fundraiser for Mr. Smith. You know, he running for the mayor.
Yes.
We got a party at Frank's for Christmas. I'm doing soul food brunches at 4114 every other Sunday. And of course, I'm gonna be working on my all black party probably in March. I normally do that in March.
Nice.
And so be looking out for my clothes. Be looking out for my album Armageddon. I got a new stepper joint on there called Follow You. And of course, I got some gangster shit on there too. So make sure you check that out. The album I'm working. I got flash drives for sale with my whole music collection on it.
Wow.
3,000 songs for $300. And you know, normally when you go to get music, it's $1 a song.
Yeah.
So that's $3,000 worth of music for $300.
Wow.
5 decades of music all on one flash drive, and I'll deliver it to you. So get that, and make sure y'all be looking out for the new mixtapes I got coming. That's probably be on flash drives. The clothes, parties, I'm keep it coming. Keep it coming. Much love. Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate y'all.
And let me read these last comments because I think they mean something. They're important. DJ Skills says, when I first started, I threw a birthday party. That was a dude. But he played it like it was 10K people in the building. Absolutely.
Oh, that's love. I appreciate it for having me. Shit.
Clifton Johnson says, you just said the truth. They don't respect the art of DJing. Pops SQ's in the building.
What up,
he
dude?
said,
What
Pops,
up, baby
a living
boy?
legend. Shout out to SQ.
You know I'm finna hit you as soon as I leave here.
Absolutely. Raphael Turner says, again, much love and respect to my favorite DJ.
Mouth, I love you, boy. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you booking me for that party a couple weeks ago, too.
Absolutely. Mystique says, the greatest, a legend. I love you, X.
Thank you. I love you back.
Miss Monica Compton says, X. She puts
I
up the
love
X.
you, baby. I'm going to have to come see you.
Yeah.
Praying for you, baby. Keep doing your
Absolutely.
thing.
We love you, Miss Monica. We love you so
Love you
much.
to death.
Michael Cook says, X had it jumping so hard at Twisters that they had a sign on the bathroom wall saying that the spot did not want the business from Twisters shut it down when the club was letting out.
Oh, that's
okay,
what's up.
I hear that. Roger says, Captain Too Fresh, much love from
Much
Harvey,
love, baby.
Jump Street Boulevard. he
All
says.
day, baby. Much love.
But we appreciate everybody watching, man. Please share this video. Like the video. Send some stars if you feel like it. It's the Crazy Riot Show, Lake County Media, Lake County Unfiltered. It's the Boilos Crazy. If you knew better, you'd do better. I need 2 sweaters. Y'all be smooth.
We out. Much love, baby. No go.
It's a crazy ride show. Hold up, you know that we bustin', yeah. It's a crazy ride show. Hold up, you know that we bustin', yeah. Yeah, you know that we bustin', yeah. We the topic discussion, yeah. It's a crazy ride.